SANDMASTER barrier is designed to make sandbags in a monumental scale. It is capable of producing 4,800 to 6,200 sandbags in 8 hours with only 3 people. It fills, transports, securely closes and places the bags at the area where it is needed. It can efficiently utilize most materials, wet or dry, including materials on site. First, empty bags are attached to the machine and secured into position. Then it simply loads the sand into the bags from the site at the press of a button. It reduces transportation costs by filling the bags where they are needed. It consistently fills bags to the same weight and size. Its simple design means it will always work when needed. It is made in the USA and is built to last. While the other systems are fitted with heavy engineering, RAPIDAM is a membrane system which uses water as part of the solution. The weight of water is used to seal the ground sheet down and to provide the stability to the entire system by retaining the back wall of the system via the tension straps. This eliminates the need for heavy components and means that 10 meters or more of barrier can be rolled and secured in just a few minutes and blocks a ton of water. This is the WATERBLOC, simple yet amazing flood barrier. From Canadian company Barricade Environmental. The WATERBLOC effectively and efficiently blocks all water entry dead in its track. This highly efficient technology is used to protect all sorts of properties and houses from water damage and flood damage. It is puncture resistant and it's very strong and durable. The WATERBLOC has twin chambers inside it to prevent flooding. The pump water flows and is stored in both chambers equally. The huge weight it created ensures that it is stable and the surrounding water doesn't enter the other side of the block. The FLOODBREAK flood control system is a passive flood barrier that deploys automatically to prevent water entry, activated by the rising flood water without the aid of any power source, pumps or people. The system is almost invisible and yet will function day or night, even in the worst flood conditions. The concept is simple. Let the water work against itself to automatically float the buoyant aluminum beam and activate the self-sealing rubber gasket. The higher the water rises, the higher the flood barrier is lifted until it reaches full deployment and is held closed by the hydrostatic pressure. When the water recedes, the flood barrier returns to its recessed location in front of the entryway, allowing vehicle and pedestrian passage to resume. flow defense. Concealed and self-closing flood water barrier systems avoid conflicts with existing underground services. The system is a completely self-contained unit. The entire flood water barrier can be installed within the property boundary and does not require additional service pits to operate. Unlike other systems on the market, debris does not need to be removed after activation in order to lower the barrier. A unique patented design ensures the barrier does not need to be removed in order to access the underground chamber. Hidden below ground level, the small surface area is independent of the flood water barrier height. The design is a self-contained unit, eliminating the need for deep trenching and remote service pits. Concealed and self-closing, flood water is intercepted by surface grates and collected in an underground chamber. As the chamber fills with water, a buoyant barrier raises to the surface. Watergate flood barrier. Deploying the barrier is done in just 3 easy steps: unrolling the barrier, unfolding the first fold, and letting the water accumulate there. The Watergate barrier is reusable as much as desirable. Its useful life is between 20 and 25 years. Watergate flood barriers provide protection up to 60 inches. When the water enters the folds inside the barrier, the water pressure opens the barrier completely. The barrier is fitted with a float which allows the fabric to remain at the surface of the water without letting water pass through it. The top of the fabric floats to the rhythm of the waves without letting the water pass. The accumulated pressure of the water causes the barrier to stabilize and mold to the shape of the terrain. Dam Easy Flood Barrier provides you with reliable flood protection at your fingertips, which can be installed in under 5 minutes without excessive tools or brackets. This uses a unique pump mechanism which seals the doors and completely cut off the entry of water to your homes, thereby saving your valuables inside your homes. First, place the barrier in the opening of the door or window. Then use the wrench to expand the side panels until it's tightly secured, and lastly use the pump action lever to inflate the seal and it's ready to go. An extension pole can also be used. Multiple barriers needs to be installed.